Welcome back, everyone. We have an update from Renforth Resources, Inc., which trades on the OTCQB under the symbol RFHRF and on the CSE under the symbol RFR. It is a secure multi-commodity area play with the dominant brownfield land position south of the world-class Cadillac-Larder Lake Fault in the prolific Cadillac and Malartic mining camps of Quebec's and Abitibi, offering exposure to gold, zinc, nickel, copper, cobalt, and more, including lithium. Renforth's land position encompasses several areas of interest. Happy to welcome back President and CEO Nicole Brewster. Nice to see you again, Nicole.
Hi there. Thank you. Thanks. Glad to be here. So, quick update, and you should be able to see my slides, I believe. So I've been here before. We're familiar with Renforth. You all know I'm the president and the CEO. So you're duly cautioned that, forward-looking statements, do your own due diligence and ask questions. You will recall Renforth is a junior exploration company. We're backed by a gold asset, the Parbec gold deposit contiguous to Canadian Malartic mine, which is Canada's largest open-pit gold mine. We've been doing a little bit of desktop work on that, which we'll come to briefly, but really we are a critical and strategic metals exploration story, phenomenal land position with our 330 square kilometer Surimo property, hydroelectric power on the property, roads on the property, and most importantly, mineralization on the property. Our focus is our 20-kilometer long Victoria mineralized horizon, which runs east-west across the middle of our property. You see the outline there. But Victoria has given us in this 20-kilometer structure, plus to the north at Lalonde, to the south at Fouillac, and then even further north than Lalonde, we've got an Outokumpu-style mineralized package, which is bounded on the north and the south by mineralized graphitic shale. And then inside, there's an ultramafic giving us nickel, cobalt, PGE elements, and VMS zinc, copper, gold, and silver, and they're interlaced together over the 20 kilometers. This is exciting because, it's new. It's a giant land position, and it's a large, low-grade mineralized occurrence, which has the potential to be a long life asset with incredible logistics. Lots happening on the property. Pegmatite exploration, just getting our results in, actually, from the stuff we did in August, which was our delayed spring work due to the fires. So more to come on that. Stay tuned for press release. If you're not on my email list, sign up. Parbec, our gold deposit, you're probably familiar. We're remodeling this. Right now, we know it to be high grade with significant widths. You see the high grades at the top, widths at the bottom. But here you'll see outlined in yellow what we called our diorite splay. We've actually reinterpreted the structure based on the first ever structural mapping and looking at the Pontiac sediments where they're in contact with the Cadillac break, because nobody ever looked at the Pontiac sediments. We've interpreted a hinge fold which allowed the diorites to move into the system. The diorites are what carried the gold. The porphyry, where it's gold bearing, it's fracture filled due to the gold moving with the diorites, and the diorites are associated with the very high-grade gold. So stay tuned on that. We're looking for these plunging corridors of mineralization. We've identified a couple. It's a work in progress. What will happen is when that work is done, we'll be drill testing it sometime next year to prove that model. Since we last spoke, what have I done? We've appointed Dr. Nadia Miktichuk as technical advisor for Surimo. Dr. Miktichuk is an expert in bioleaching of metals. We can use that to remediate old mine sites. That's where her expertise started, but we can also use it to produce battery chemistry like they are at the Talvivaara mine in Finland. Our mineralization at Surimo in Victoria is a lookalike for the Talvivaara mineralization. They are successfully mining a large-scale, low-grade nickel polymetallic, and they're going from mining in 2 small open pits to crushing to laying it on a heap leach pad using biological leach agents over a period, 2 cycles, couple years. They produce battery chemistry. which sounds like a long time, but it's very carbon neutral. It's a very sustainable way to mine, and it's skipping the smelting, it's skipping making metal, it's skipping turning metal into chemistry. They're just coming out with battery chemistry at the end, which is intriguing. They've done the R&D work. We've started relationship building to bring their technology to our property. We'll see what the future holds, but bear in mind, we're only about 8 hours by road from the Bécancour battery facility the government of Quebec's building. We staked additional claims in the north part of Surimo to encompass some soil sample anomalies, as well as visible outcrop from satellite photos. So we've taken up the additional ground. We'll take a look. We can always drop it. It was not too costly to acquire it. Now, you may remember our Beaupré copper discovery in the northeastern part of Surimo. We're actually stripping it right now. It's snowing. The weather took a winter turn, but the forecast has it warming up again. So we're stripping along strike, and then we're stripping a cross-cut at Beaupré to get a better look at the copper mineralization. And the thing we're really waiting for is our drill permit. The application is in. I expect to receive the permit at any moment. The First Nations signed off in record time. The tree work has all been done. I'm just waiting for it to be completed by the government. They've had a changing of staff, but we intend to drill 4,000 to 4,500 meters over the 2.2 kilometers of strike in the center of Victoria we've been focused on, where we did our initial stripping. It's from the road to the west. The idea is to tighten up our drill pattern to put us in a position to hopefully produce a maiden resource for the central part of Surimo. Q2 next year would be my guess on the timing. So that drilling should be starting any day. So that's the quick update. Stay tuned. There's going to be lots of news to come. Results from earlier this year, an announcement of drilling starting, all sorts of good stuff. So that's my update. Quick and cheerful. And go to my website, join my newsletter list, send me an email, Nicole at renforthresources.com to be put on the list. And stay tuned. We got a lot coming down the pipe. We're funded for it, and we've got the targets. So there you go.
Awesome. Great job, Nicole. We got a few questions. Let's see how many we can get in. Andy Galloway is new to Renforth. He asks, what's the plan once exploration proves reserves? Will you turn into production or partner with a producer? And have you done something like this in the past?
Well, have I done something like this? We put a maiden resource together for a previous asset, which we sold for cash securities and potential future payments. So I think we can say I've done this in the past. The process at Surimo, we get a lot of interest from bigger entities, major miners, because the land position and the scale of the mineralized occurrence speak to an asset which could have a very long life, which is what they're looking for. And we will be looking to really answer the question. Yes, we'll be looking for a partner here. We'll be looking to partner with groups out of Finland to bring their expertise to bear. And we'll be looking to partner probably with a mining company in order to bring their sheer lifting power to bear as well.
And Mike Matheson says, congratulations on the drilling commencement in Victoria. Do you have a timeline once it begins on what you hope to announce?
Well, once it begins, which hopefully is any day now, we will be drilling right up until the holidays. This is a base metals occurrence with visual results, so we may well press release kind of status updates during the holidays. Samples will go into the lab several times. The labs are running again on an 8-week turnaround at least. So results from the labs, I would not say I would expect to see until into the new year, to be honest with you. Prior to that, we've got results from our prospecting earlier this year to announce as well. So there will be news between now and year end.
And Adrian Cantwell asks, what's likely to be the biggest catalyst to excite the market in the next 12 months? Drill results or something else?
Well, drill results for those who can read between the lines, but I mean, the market or the real dawning of Surimo or Victoria will come with a maiden resource. So that, I think, will really rebase things. As well, along the way, we're completing the model of Parbec. And, we're always on the lookout to monetize Parbec. I had another overture this week. But I've gone back to say that while Parbec's non-core, it's not cheap and it's not as fire sale. So I expect we'll still hold Parbec into next week and we could always excite the market by successfully monetizing Parbec as well. So there are a few different things. The pegmatite exploration, if we find spodumene in a pegmatite, that's going to be a game changer as well.
All right, Nicole. Jim Madden says thank you for the update, and he hopes to see you back next month. And we do too. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. We'll be right back.